morning everybody. So this is Dr. Harmeet Singh, and today what we're going to do is we are going to create our first project in UiPath. Okay, we'll see that how we can start with creating the project in UiPath, and this will be your hello project. And in this, right, so a simple project will be created, right, so in which you will just enter something into the dialog box, and accordingly some message will pop up on the screen. So this with the help of this you will get to know about the basic idea that how the variables in this section work, right, and how you can just simply drag and drop all the activities from the activity section into the main section, and how they can be arranged in a sequence so that they can be made to work properly. Okay, so for that what we need to do is, first of all, we have to go to the process. Okay, so just click on this process section, and here when you click on this process section, right, so this pop-up will appear upon over here, right, so it will indicate that we are starting from the scratch. Okay, we are starting the project from the scratch. So first and foremost thing is that you have to give the name to this project. So let us say give the name as hello project. Okay, so let us say this is a demo basically, so we'll do this in the class again. So this is the hello project demo, and again you can choose the space, the location where you want to save this project by clicking on this area, right, so you can just go to any area wherever you want to store it, and after that you can give the description to it. So this is the first project in UiPath. So this is the first step towards learning the RPA, right. So you can give anything over here, right, so whatever you like. If you want to leave it blank, that is also fine. That will not make any difference to the creation of the project. So after that you just have to click on this create button, and so here it is asking, do you want to save the main file? So just click on this no for the time being. Okay, so we can save it later on also, that is not an issue. So it is adding the dependencies in the software. So here you can see that we have landed upon on this screen. So in the previous video, so I told you all the parts, all the sections of this interface, that what all these things are, what is this ribbon all about, what are these activities, this project. Then I told you about this area also where we can create the project, and on this property section also. Okay, so we'll simply right now we'll straight away jump on to the project. So for the same, what you have to do is you just have to click on this open main workflow. So when we click on this open main workflow, so you can see over here this will be the blank page which will open first of all. Okay, so now what we can do is we can create the project with the help of any of the we can say the flow sequences, like you can use the sequence activity, you can use the flow chart. Okay, whatever you like, according to the requirement of the project and the size of the project, you can just switch between these activities. So now this is a very beginning, this is a project which is a very basic one, right, so we'll start with the sequence only. Okay, so for that you can simply search for the sequence in this area. You can see a sequence is given in this favorite area. Otherwise, if it is not available over here, you can simply come over here and you can straight away write down sequence, right, and you can see that the sequence activity will appear over here. So this is the symbol of this sequence activity, right, so you just have to, either you can double click this, okay, and it will appear on this in this area, or otherwise what you can do is you can simply drag and drop this on this area. Okay, so you can see over here it has appeared in this area, right. Now what we need to do is we want to have we what we need to do is in this project we want to pop up something. Okay, we want to give a message box, right, that should be displayed on the screen. So for the same, let us come over here and again let us search for the message box. Okay, so it is already there in the recent activities because I've already created the project with the same. So otherwise if it is not there, you can simply come over here and write down message box, and this is the symbol for this message box, right? So you can simply drag and drop this, and you have to insert this inside the sequence. Okay, so whatever project will be created, right, so that will be created inside the sequence only. Otherwise you can, what you can do is you can create several sequences and you can join them one after the other, right? So here you can see that there is a symbol of error which is coming over here. This is why this is coming, because you can see that nothing has been entered into it. So that is why it is, this symbol is coming. So once we enter some message into it, let us say, now if you, let us say you want to enter something like hello, this is the first project. Okay, so this is the message which I have typed over here. Now you can see, now this is basically string. Okay, so whenever we have to enter a string into it, whenever we have to enter any message into it, so you have to enter it in double quotes. You can see over here I have entered double quotes over here, right? So once I click outside this box, you can see now these symbols have gone now. Okay, because now I have entered something into it, therefore this message box is having the message to be displayed. You can see over here on this right hand side, once you click on this area, as I told you earlier also, whatever activity you click on, right, so its properties will appear on this side. If you click on this sequence, you can see the properties of sequence have come over here. So if you click on this message box activity, so its properties will appear on this side. So accordingly the properties will change whatever this you can, whatever the activity you have chosen. Okay, so here you can see right now I have entered some message into it, so that has appeared over here, that is hello, this is the first project. Okay, so you can change the size according to the requirement like this. Okay, as you can see on the screen. So here now very initial project has been created. Okay, if you just want to run this, you can run this run any of the projects step by step. Okay, you can simply keep on checking that whether all the steps are working properly or not. So this is the first step which we have done. So let us just come on this area, and you can simply click on this run file option. So once you click on this, you can see now, yeah, so you can see over here the message box has appeared, and this has written hello, this is the first project, this is the sentence which I have given to it. Okay, this has appeared on it. It means up to this point our project is working properly, right? Now let us move one step ahead, and let us see that how we can just add some dialog box, or we can say some input box to it, and accordingly whatever we enter into it, so that will appear in our message box. Let us say if I want to name somebody, let us say if somebody names like if I want to add my own name, so hello Harmeet, right? So this is the first project, so I want to have my name into it. So for that what we can do is, or whatever name is entered at the moment at the spot, right? So that name should appear in this message, right? So how can we do that? So that is we are going to do now. So for that what you can do is you can simply go to this area, that is the activities area, and you can simply write down input dialog. Okay, so you have to use this activity, input dialog activity, and once you write just click on this, you can see this is the activity which will appear over here, that is the input dialog activity. Simply just drag and drop this activity above the message box, above the message box. Okay, so this you have to remember, that whenever we have to place the activities in the sequence, we have to arrange them properly. Okay, because arranging the activities is very important, because the activities will function one after the other in a sequence. Okay, so here you can see the inside this sequence activity again, you can see first of all this input dialog will run, and once that is done, so that its output will be given to the message activity, and then accordingly the message will be appeared, or it will be made to appear on the screen, right? So now when we are talking about the dialog input dialog activity, right, so you can see over here right now I have entered this activity over here. So if I just run this file over here, you can see something will appear on the screen. You can see now this box has appeared on the screen. It may but here you can see nothing has been written, right? No question is appearing on this in this input dialog box. So no heading is there. So yeah, there is no question, so nothing is asked. So whatever you just enter over here, and you just click on this OK button, so you can see the second activity will work accordingly, right? So second activity will say hello, this is the first project. So there is no difference, no change in it, because in this case, right, so we have just added the input dialog activity into it, but we have not connected this activity with this message box. Okay, so for the same, first of all what we have to do is we have to give the heading to the input dialog activity. So let us give the name as first, whenever you have to give any we can say message or anything in terms of the sentences, you have to put the double quotes first of all, okay, so that it can be converted to the string. So here you can see that the double quotes are given. Let us say I write over here is like enter your name. Okay, so this is the heading of this input dialog box. Okay, and in the input label, so let us again type your name. Okay, whatever you want to add, you can enter it into it. Or here you can see, if you just want to segregate this from the next one, you can simply write down enter your details. Enter your detail. Okay, your name. Let us write down name over here. Okay, so here you can see, if I just click on this again, now enter your details has come as the heading of this input dialog box, and your name has come as the label. And here the name you can enter, whatever the name is, you can enter over here. Okay, but right now also this is not connected with the message box. So how we can connect it, I'll show you now. So if you just click on this OK button, again the same message will appear. There is no difference in it. Okay, the name has not appeared in this case. So let us again come over here, and here what we need to do is we have to give the variable name to this. So whenever you enter anything into this input dialog box, right? So here now there is an option of text box and the multiple choice. You just have to click on this text box, and now whatever the name gets entered into it, right? So that has to be stored in a variable. So I think you people must be knowing about the variables. Variable is basically a virtual storage area, right? So let us give a name to the variable as name. Okay, so for that what you have to do is, if you just click on this input dialog activity and you just look at this right hand side properties area, so in the output section, right, so if you just click on this area, right, so you will see that the cursor has appeared over here. And now for entering the variable, what you need to do is you have to click on this control K. First of all you have to click on control K, right? Once you click on the control K, so now it will ask you to set the variable. You can see over here set variable has appeared over here. So let us name the variable as name, name. Okay, let us give the name as let us name this variable as name only. Okay, so this is the variable which will be created, and it will store the name which will be entered over here, right? So once you just click on the enter, okay, now you can just come over here, just click on this. You can see the name variable has already appeared on this case. It has automatically appeared in this area, right? So now if you just go to this variable section on the bottom side, if you just go to the variable section, and also if you just click on this input dialog box, you can see the variable has appeared automatically, right? So right now it is in the form of string, that is fine, okay, that is all okay. And so but if you want to change according to the requirement, you can change it, change type of the variable from here. Either you can convert this into the integer or the boolean or object or array type, right? So right now we just want to have it in the form of string only, so we will keep it as a string. And then we have to keep this scope as sequence. Why sequence? Because sequence is the outermost area, right? So if you just keep this in the scope up to sequence, this variable will be applicable to all the activities which lie inside this sequence. Okay, so that is all, right? So after that, now once the variable has been created over here, it is set in this dialog box. Now we have to give this variable into this message box activity. Okay, so for that what you need to do is just come over in this message box activity and double click on this area, and let us come over here and give a space, and just close this double quotes over here, give a space again, enter plus sign, and then give a space. And here you can see the name has appeared over here. It means the variable has appeared over here. You can just simply click on this and again give a space, again give a plus sign, again give a space, and again double quotes, right? So here you can see that the variable from this area is now entered in this part, and you can see that this initial part, that is hello, is a string. This part is also a string. Okay, this is the first project, right? So whatever you enter in this dialog box, or in this input dialog box, right? So that should appear in this message box now. Okay, so this is all. Let us check now that whether it is working properly or not, right? So just come over here and just click on this run file button. So you can see that enter your detail has come over here. Your name is the label, and let us give a name as, let me just give my name, Harmeet. Okay, so I'll just click on this OK button, and now the message box has appeared, and it is now having my name over here. That is hello Harmeet. This is the first project. Okay, so just click on this OK button, and once you click on this, now your screen will again appear back, right? So your software will again will again appear on the screen, right? So it means that our project has run successfully, right? So that is all for this project, right? So this is the first project which you have to create. So thank you so much.